He was only 13 when someone asked him, "What do you want to become when you grow up?" The boy answered calmly, "I want the whole world to know my name." That boy would later shake the earth and be remembered as Alexander the Great. But an important question remains. Was he truly great, or was he just a ruthless conqueror? This is the story of a child who conquered the world by the age of 32, yet whispered on his deathbed, "Take nothing with you." None of this was ever truly mine. Alexander was born in the royal palace of Macedonia. His father was King Philip II and his mother Olympias. She believed her son was not ordinary, but touched by the gods. From childhood, Alexander was different. He did not play only with swords or toys. He stared at maps. Other children played in fields, but Alexander stood quietly at the horizon as if something beyond it was calling him. His life changed when the great philosopher Aristotle became his teacher. Aristotle taught him that before conquering lands, a leader must learn to conquer hearts. That battles are not only fought with swords, but with strategy. That courage does not mean the absence of fear, but the ability to face it. These lessons shaped Alexander into something rare. Warrior, philosopher, and leader all at once. One day a wild horse was brought for training, but no one could control it. The animal reared, kicked, and screamed. Everyone failed. Alexander slowly approached and realized something simple. The horse was afraid of its own shadow. He gently turned the animal toward the sun, and it immediately calmed down. The crowd was stunned. His father looked at him proudly and said, "Macedonia will be too small for you, my son. You are meant to conquer the world." The horse was named Bucephalus, and it would later become Alexander's legendary companion in war. At the age of 20, tragedy struck. His father was assassinated and rebellion shook the kingdom. Alexander did not break. He stood before his people and said, "I am not just a king, I am a responsibility." From that moment, his march to world conquest truly began. Alexander was not simply a fighter. He turned war into an art. He swept through Greece, Egypt, Persia, Afghanistan, and parts of the Indian subcontinent. Wherever he went, he built cities, blended cultures, ate with his soldiers, and fought from the front rather than hiding behind. His rule inspired loyalty because his men did not just see a king. They saw a brother who bled beside them. In India, he faced the powerful King Porus. The battlefield was soaked in rain and mud, echoing with the roar of war elephants and horses. After a brutal, breathtaking battle, Alexander emerged victorious. When asked how Porus should be treated, he replied, "As a king treats another king." Even at the height of victory, he showed respect, a rare trait in conquerors. Yet even the bravest soldiers are still human. After years of continuous fighting, Alexander's men grew exhausted. They longed for home and family. For the first time, Alexander realized the truth. Conquering the world does not always mean making everyone happy. He stood silently, looking at the sky, understanding that even greatness has limits. Soon after, at only 32, Alexander fell gravely ill under mysterious circumstances. Some say poison, others say fever, and some whisper of conspiracy. His generals asked who should inherit his vast empire. He smiled weakly and said, "To the strongest." He requested that physicians walk ahead of his funeral procession so the world would see that even the greatest doctors cannot defeat death. In his final moments, he understood that everything he conquered was as temporary as the wind. Alexander's story is not only about battles, it is about dreams bigger than fear. He shows that even a boy from a small kingdom can change the world, that courage is born from facing fear, and leadership means leading from the front, not commanding from safety. But his life also teaches that even when you win everything, you can still lose. Power fades, glory passes, and in the end, every human becomes a memory. So the real question is not whether Alexander conquered the world. The real question is this: what do you want to conquer? The world outside you or the world within you?